Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is Sunderland, it is Bright Lights. It's episode 82 of Bright Lights and we're here with you today with a league doubleheader that could determine if we're going to finish in the top four or not this season. We do have to talk about last game, and well, not last game, last stream and the episode that just came out, episode 81, because what a tie. Look, we lost 4-0 away from home, we changed it up and we're like, can we go? And can we maybe do something against Madrid? We always knew that if we actually put our best foot forward against Madrid, we could beat them. If anyone ever was going to tell me we were going to beat them 5-1, I would have laughed. Like, to give them the biggest scare in probably their lives is not even a joke. But typical Sunderland, we played the exact same side, in the exact same team, in the exact same formation against Portsmouth, and we got knocked out of the FA Cup quarter-final by Portsmouth on penalties in a crazy penalty shootout. We lost 9-8. We have ourselves to blame because Joe Smith saved their first two penalties. We scored to go 1-0 up, and then we missed our next two. Haller, I think, missed, and Rab missed. So the German missed, and Haller club captain missed. In the end, everyone else then scored till it came to the keepers. Smith, obviously, is not a penalty taker. You can't blame the keeper. And to be honest, it made their keeper pull off a great save, and then their keeper scored the winning penalty to send them through. And look, me in the stream couldn't believe it. You know, we probably did enough to win this game, but at the same time, defensively wasn't great. And I've kind of, after watching that, have shelved the 4-1-2-1-2, even after the Real Madrid game. However, if we ever need to go against a big side and score a lot of goals, we've kept it as the third tactic. What we did do is we kind of played on that tactic and said, well, look, we definitely have some goal-scoring prowess, but, maybe the 4-1-2-1-2 isn't the way because it's too open. So we switched to 4-2-3-1, and there was a lot of positives in this game. The one massive negative was we conceded 4 to a Brighton side that aren't great. However, we did score 5 and we could have scored a lot more. We did keep the ball very well on that 4-2-3-1, and look, I thought we were okay in this game. He all of a sudden found form from Nakamura. Abderrahim scored a couple. It wasn't too bad. We then went and played against West Ham, and we absolutely demolished West Ham. Just a lot better defensively. We started getting a better performance out of Dosek, even though he's further up the field. He's not natural in that position. He said that he can't become natural in a centre mid position. But a guy of his world-class quality, you could probably play him there and get away with it. As you can see, all of a sudden, King started playing. Abderrahim got injured in this game, but it's not a massive injury, but he is missing against Chelsea today. And Nakamura, yet again, was the goods. And then we beat Everton 4-1, where we went a bit more full strength. Daniel came back from international duty. Alvarez came back from international duty just in time. And all of a sudden, the goals started coming. And Nakamura, yet again, in this system, is just loving life. And he started banging in goals. And his recent form, if you go look at it, has been nothing but sensational. 9.2, 9.3, and a 9.2. He also had a 9.5 against Madrid. So any time that we've played with a centre-attacking mid, more often than not, all of a sudden, he just seems to become more involved than the most deadliest player that we have. And it has been the Nakamura show. But since that Real Madrid 5-1 win, even since that 4-0 in the league, we haven't lost. We did obviously lose the FA Cup game. But what that does mean for us is a combination of our good form and the combination of Spurs dropping off completely. When I mean dropping off completely, I mean, 1 loss there, 2 losses there, 3 losses there. What else have we got here? Manchester City have fallen off the wagon a little bit, and I think they've lost or just drawn a couple games they shouldn't have. They are in the Europa League as well, it's important to note. They lost to Spurs, they drew to Leeds, and all of a sudden, with those results in mind, I think Man City have a game in hand. They do on us. We win here against Chelsea, we beat City. I don't see how we don't finish outside the top 4. To be honest, we drew both games. I see how we don't finish outside the top 4. And even if we lost both games in this episode, which I don't think is what we want, we'd probably beat Brentford, we'd probably beat Southampton, which is probably enough to finish in the 4. And all of a sudden, our season gone from squeaky bum time. We got knocked out of the FA Cup as well, which we thought was the be-all and end-all. The league's kind of opened up and has came into our own. With the injury to Abderrahim, who could actually technically sit on the bench and prefer him over Rab, we are going to go to that. And that's the team we've been playing here, and it's been working quite well, and we are going to go over in the 4-2-3-1, and hopefully against Chelsea, it will be okay. But yeah, Chelsea coming up, big game. Win this game, we're probably finishing in the 4. Lose this game, it becomes a bit, interesting. But hopefully we'll be all right. We are going to tell the lads just to leave off where they went from. If we can. We owe Chelsea after what happens, also a very good team talk as well, so we'll go with that. We have been doing asking our assistant and then just going with what else we know, which is like always mark, and we're always going to press both wingers. In terms of our pressing triggers, I've kind of not relaxed it a little bit more, but I've kind of gone, okay, what does our assistant reckon? And then I'll go what I reckon is good for us as well. But in terms of showing people weaker foots and stuff, we've kind of just left it how it is. And all of a sudden, we've looked okay and more defensive in the league apart from that Brighton game. And that's something that's also really good too. I enjoy these matches a lot. I don't think they're too bad. And N'Golo Kante obviously should be remembered by Chelsea. He's one of their best ever players. In terms of centre mid roles, he would probably get in their best ever 11. So hopefully they remember him for what he's done. Anyway, we are going to go out there and see how we go. And Kante's just been a lot better than Fabinho. I thought Fabinho would be like the bee's knees in this save, but apparently not. And I'm tempted to actually sell him on. Anyway, Hunt there into Pavon. Christian Pavon, ball in. Daniel heads away. Can Haller get there? He can. And in this system, we've actually been counter-attacking really well as Haller just running, still driving. He's beaten up 4 guys. Haller into Alvary. It's a penalty. He was pulled back by Rudiger. It should be a red because it was cynical nonetheless. Alvaro about to bury it. What a run from Haller though. And Nakamura scored a couple of penalties of late because we haven't had Adrian in the team. Can he score here against Kepa? He sends him the wrong way and Nakamura continues his goal-scoring form. It's his 22nd goal of the year. And you got to remember, this guy plays a left wing. And it is just sensational. We go 1-0 up. You got to feel for Haller because he just went on one of the best runs you'll see on FM. Since the new update, you don't see too many of those runs. And unfortunately, Alvaro just gets pulled back. But we will take the goal anyway. The ball into the box, headed away. Kante there heads that goal from distance. And I don't think Kante's really that big of a header. And Kepa will claim easy. Can we force him long, though? That would be nice. And then maybe we can win the second ball like we did against Madrid. In the end, though, it was a great crunching challenge, and it will fall to Smith, who'll pick it up. Like I said, I prefer Smith over Diogo. I'm going to go out and buy a keeper. I'm going to sell Diogo in the summer. I think Will Burgess's kind of reign at the club is pretty much not done. He will definitely be on the bench. The ball in the Alvarez is pretty good. And Alvarez ball, and Nakamura comes inside. Can he hit it from distance? Instead, he looks for Haller. What a move. What a goal. And it's only Haller's 6th goal of the season. Haller has really not been scoring too many. But in the 4-2-3-1, it just seems like our wingers just link up a little bit better, and it just seems like that even King's not overly the greatest attacking midfielding outlet, right? He's very good at running at players, hence why we're playing at shadow striker because of that. But even him's linking up, and all of a sudden, just the link up plays a lot better. In the 4-3-3, it just seemed like the linking up play wasn't there. There was a little bit too much of a gap between our 9 and the midfield too, and having it as Murillo goes close from the free kick. Having it in the 4-2-3, it just seems like our attacking play is just night and day. We seem to just be creating so much more. So with that in mind, definitely feel like maybe we have to go out and buy a centre attacking mid, as Hunt's ball in is pretty good, but Burgess heads away. And Daniel goes long, which I don't like because he had time to keep it. But if we can press Rudiger, we'll take it. As we go to press Kepa, which I don't want, but we do press Holding. We've actually pressed up really high here. Courtois forced long. Can we win that second ball? Miranda does, and Kante goes. And all of a sudden, our press is really good in this 4-2-3-1 as well. So with that in mind, I reckon the 4-2-3-1 is a way for next season. What it does mean is that, you have 2 out-and-out defensive midfielders. Dosek, as you just seen, Kante hits it against his old club. We're 3-0 up against Chelsea. We're flying in the league. We have a great defensive midfielder in Durant Miguel who's currently interested in buying. I think we had a news article not long ago for 64 mil. Dosek's interested by City and United for about 81 mil. I don't think you can sell Dosek. I would prefer to have Dosek train to become as accomplished as possible at centre mid. My coaching staff has told me no, he won't be more than what he currently is. But you can see the performances already, even though he is world class. I don't think there's a way you get rid of him, and you almost play him as an accomplished centre mid anyway. You then have Godin. What do you do with Godin, for instance? Do you start training Godin to be a centre attacking mid as Alvarez ball into the box, backstick? Daniel's there, poor control. In the end, it's found its way in. I don't know how it's gone in. Has it counted? It hasn't. It's apparently offside against Daniel. And there we are. I don't know how it got in. There is no way he's offside at all. That is an absolute mare by the linesman, how he's given offside there. It came up saying Daniel was offside. Daniel was onside by about a minute and a half. The only one offside was King. And we could have been 4-0 up there. We should have been 4-0 up. I don't know how the ball came in. Anyway, we have dominated this game. But going back to the midfield, do we sell then Durant Miguel? He's probably really good at having him around the club. We probably need that centre defensive mid. I just don't see how we sell N'Golo Kante the way he's been playing of late in this system too. So maybe we just use Kante as that backup centre defensive mid, centre mid outlet. We probably maybe look to sell Fabinho, maybe we don't. But I feel like we need to buy a right back, a quality right back. We need to buy a quality goalkeeper. I'm meaning like world-class, leading Premier League at a minimum. And maybe a centre attacking mid. It depends how much money the board gives us. We have 100 mil in our bank, so we should be okay. But anyhow, we'll see how we go. Anyway, Matthew King, just yet again not having his best game. I'm actually going to give the guy, we haven't played the guy at all, but he's more natural in this role. And just as an advanced playmaker and support, just sit in the hole, see what he does. Hopefully he'll be okay. With the game pretty much beyond dead, I am also going to bring Mike Godin in and just play him as an advanced playmaker on attack. We haven't seen too much of Mike, and I don't want Mike to get upset that he's not playing. And we will bring him on. Haller's not 100% fit, but there's obviously a massive injury to Tim. I don't know if we spoke about it, but he did break his leg on the stream last night in training, so we don't have a backup right mid for the rest of the season, which is quite annoying. But anyhow, we'll deal with it. Anyway, the long throw goes in towards Jim Pollock. Pollock now with the ball running inside. Great one here from Jim. Still with Jim. Hits it, and in the end, it's well wide. Well done from the defence to hold him up there and delay him space. And with the last dying minutes, we are going to bring Durant Miguel in there for... Kante's had a good one. We might not bring Durant Miguel in there. Do we bring Andreen off the bench? No point risking him. We'll bring Kim Jan on. Just the whole back four have bookings, so we'll bring him on and just hope that no one else gets sent off. There's no need to get sent off here, boys. Just go out there and defend and just do your job. And it looks like we are going to win this game easily 3-0, which to me means that I think even against City, we are going to finish fourth, even or in the top four, even if City beat us. And there's really actually a big thing to say that we could finish second. Now, if we're finishing second with this squad and we can go out and buy a right back and we can go out and buy a goalkeeper, I definitely feel like we can go out and buy and mount a title challenge next season, and we can definitely look towards the Champions League. Burgess is he's okay, but we've seen it in the Madrid game. He just has those brain farts. We can't afford them. I'm very happy with the way you played. He's like Alberto Moreno for Liverpool. You see a moment of brilliance and then you see a lot of shit. He's a little bit better than Moreno, so you see a lot of moments of brilliance, but you also see a lot of moments of shit. So there we are. We actually get our board budget because I think that means that we qualify for the Champions League. In that case, then I'm not even going to bother showing you this Man City game. Why would I? We are finished fourth, top four in the league. We got Man City coming up, but there's no point showing it, is there? Because we are fourth in the league. So I'm going to end the episode here as we take a look at the board budget. We get 92 million to go out and scout and spend on a right back, a goalkeeper, and a centre attacking mid, because I just don't think King's good enough, but King's good enough for the bench. We're also going to have a big sale, I reckon. We're going to sell the likes of Rab, Marquez, which is a bit upsetting, but Marquez, since the broken legs, is kind of falling out in the squad. I would prefer to see him move on for the good of his career. If we can get a good offer for Fabinho, we'll sell Fabinho. If we get a good offer from Durant Miguel, we might sell Miguel, which sounds crazy, but to have 60 mil they can go spend on a centre attacking mid could be huge. There's a lot of reasons why we could go and spend here. Anyway, Man United once again in for Dosek for 81 mil. Don't care. Garcia has obviously been taking a look at the next English squad. But there we are. We are finishing fourth. It looks like we probably could finish second. There's only 4 games left. So the next time that you will see me for a YouTube episode is I might do a special YouTube episode. I have coaching I've got to leave soon. So I might do a YouTube episode before the stream tonight. The stream tonight will be a transfer special stream. I'm going to do a lot of scouting and see who we can get and the transfer window. But I might do a YouTube episode for us in terms of at the end of the season, see who our best player was, goal of the year, recap where we finished in the season, and then go through where we need players and if anyone that's picked my eye out just yet is who we're going to look at. Might give you a little insight into what we're thinking and that stream that will be later tonight. That stream, however, link in the description below. Go follow us on Twitch. That stream will be live later on after coaching. It's a warm day here. It's going to be about 38 degrees, so I'm going to go home as early as possible from coaching. I usually stick around and watch the reserves in the first team. Might stick around for the first half of the reserves and then be like, it is hot, I'm out of here. And then I'll come home and do a lot of this. We also have to release a City of Liverpool episode out today as well, which we have to attend to. But a great performance there against Chelsea. I definitely think the 4-2-3-1 in the future is the way to go. It's very similar to the 4-3-3, just playing like this. And hopefully we'll be okay in this system and we can mount a title challenge and hopefully a Champions League challenge next season, because I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility. From Damien from Sunderland from Bright Lights, that's the end of episode 82 of Bright Lights. I'll see you for episode 83, which will be an end of season special, and it will recap how the season has gone. Thank you and goodbye.